They blame your reaction, but ignore their actions. Have you ever noticed how someone is quick to point fingers at your reaction, but never asks how their disrespect caused it? Let's talk about it. There are people who take your silence for weakness. They mistake your peace for fear. They think because you don't argue or shout, you have no voice. When you choose to stay quiet just to keep the peace, they don't see it as maturity. They see it as permission. They keep testing limits, pushing buttons, and crossing lines. And when you finally decide to speak up, they act surprised, like you just changed overnight. But truth be told, you didn't change. You simply got tired of being walked on. You reached a point where silence no longer felt peaceful. It felt painful. When you stay quiet, they walk all over you. When you speak up, they say you are rude. When you set boundaries, they say you've got an attitude. Funny, isn't it? How people forget what pushed you there and only remember how you reacted. This is the double standard that so many people live through. No matter what you do, you become the bad person in someone else's story. When you suffer quietly, you're weak. When you defend yourself, you're disrespectful. When you set healthy limits, you're difficult. It's almost as if some people don't want balance. They want control. You've probably heard this before. Why are you so rude? You've changed. Why can't you just let things go? But they never mention how many times you did let things go. They forget the countless moments you ignored the disrespect, the jokes that cut deep, or the dismissive tone that made you feel small. When you finally gather the courage to say, "Enough is enough," suddenly you become the problem. People who lack accountability often try to flip the narrative. They make your reaction the issue, not their behavior. Because as long as they can make you look like the one overreacting, they don't have to take responsibility for what they did. It's not about peace, it's about control. Some people don't want peace, they want silence. They want you to stay quiet, even when they're wrong. They want you to stay calm, even when they're cruel. Why? Because as long as you don't react, they feel powerful. They can disrespect you, mistreat you, and still paint themselves as the reasonable one. The moment you speak up, they feel threatened. Your voice exposes their behavior. Your courage makes them uncomfortable. So they try to make you doubt yourself. They call you rude, disrespectful, dramatic, or emotional. Anything that shifts the attention away from their actions. But here's the truth. Disrespect is the spark, and your reaction is the smoke. Don't blame the smoke for exposing the fire. People will always try to hide their guilt behind your reaction. They will say, "You overreacted," instead of admitting, "I crossed the line." But no one ever blames the smoke for existing. They blame the fire that started it. Let's get this straight. Respect is not a privilege people earn only when they agree with you. It's the foundation of every healthy connection,